This is unpopular opinion, and today we're gonna find out which are the reasons for men going to pay for this kind of service. Here we have this girl called itsisabellefox on Instagram. That is a former provider apparently, and she will explain to us which kind of men ask for this type of service, and we will analyze it together.
There are 4 types of men who pay women to sleep with them, and I've been with them all because I was a provider of that very service for 6 years. None of these 4 types of men are what the stereotypes suggest. Let me share them with you. Number 1, men who fear rejection. These are men who crave connection, but they feel too anxious, too unworthy, or too socially inexperienced to risk being turned down. For them, paying isn't about entitlement, it's about safety. A guarantee that someone will say yes without fear of humiliation.
This can be true. I mean, there are, I think especially in the young age, but even grown-up adults, they fear rejection. Okay, how many times you wanted to go to talk to a girl and you suddenly thought, oh my god, and if she say no, okay, everyone will know about it, I will be humiliated, okay, everyone will see the situation and they will make fun of me, so I want to avoid this situation. And it's bad, because most of the best love stories, they started because someone took the courage to, go to talk to that girl, to that boy. I have a friend that recently got married after 1 week. I mean, asked this girl for engagement, and he just met her at the beach. I told him, I mean, if you like this girl, go to talk with her. And after that, I mean, they started to colleague after 3 days, and now they are getting married. So it's true that sometimes this fear is blocking you, and if you want that kind of physical contact, but at the same time you don't want to go through these things that they can say no, and you will feel bad, you will feel more demotivated, more depressed. So you just say, okay, I will pay for that. I have some money to spend amongst all the things that can waste money onto. At least this, I can have what I want without the fear of rejection, without going through this anxiety. But at the same time, it's what makes us brave, okay, to overcome the fear. So consider that, of course, you can pay, you can do this challenge, like you go to pay a girl for that. If you tried with 20 girls, okay, if 20 girls say no, you say, okay, I mean, that's my award for the prize for my bravery. Otherwise, I mean, it just, it's a way to fail.
Number 2, men who lack intimacy, physically and emotionally. Plenty of my clients were married, but over time, the intimacy in their relationships dried up. Sometimes they hadn't been touched in years. What they paid for wasn't just the physicality, it was closeness, eye contact, vulnerability, the kind they no longer felt they could ask for elsewhere. Number 3.
This is the same thing, like this is, something that you should seek with your partner. If you don't have that kind of relationship anymore with your wife, for example, you should change that. You should make it work. If you take just the shortcut, the easy way, and you ask for a provider to do the same service, that in this case is not only physical but it's even emotional, because the heart is important. At that point you're failing again, okay? It's not a success. You're giving up with your relationship because you don't find that intimacy anymore, and you try to find something that is in the outside of the relationship. I think it might be even this a good reason. I mean, if you don't want, of course, to focus and address the problems that you have with your partner, with your wife, with your husband, but at the same time, it should be a way to encourage you, okay, to find a way out. Because I mean, if with the woman of your life you cannot have this service for free, maybe it's a problem.
3, men who are ashamed of their desires. These men didn't want someone to perform for them. They just wanted to be accepted. They often carried shame from religion, culture, or even past trauma. And in a paid context, they could finally speak their wants aloud without fear of judgment. It was really less about getting off and more about feeling human. And
this can be also true of course, we are affected by society in a way that we barely understand. We all think that we are thinking with our own mind, but this is definitely not true. Most of times we take decision, considering all the others people nearby, what they will think of us. And if you are, for example, in a very religious family where even probably, I don't know, now just picturing some movie scenarios where you cannot even get that intimacy, or I mean something a little more spicy with your wife because she's very religious, and you have all the family, all the environment around you that they agree with your wife. Okay, you cannot step out of your comfort zone. In this case, you want something more, and if you're an adult and if you have money, probably understand that instead of seeking for this with someone outside, with another girl that can even be in the same environment, but it can create many problems in the group. Someone can find out. You just go to a safe place where no one will, supposedly, no one will ever say anything about, because the girl, there is only you and this girl that is paid for that, so she's not gonna reveal anything. And at that point you can just feel yourself, you can feel to do whatever you want to do.
Number 4, men who seek pleasure, connection, and satisfaction consensually. This is the most misunderstood group. They're not broken, they're not lost, they're just people who understand what they want and choose to get it in a way that's respectful, consensual, and clear. The truth is, most men who seek out paid intimacy aren't deviants. They're not predators, they're not proof of society's decline, they're just human beings, responding to the same core needs we all have: touch, connection, acceptance, and freedom from shame. And if we really want to understand this world, we need to stop arguing over subjective morality of individuals' behaviors and start understanding the reasons behind it.
Okay, that is true. I think that, if a friend, it happened, I think that, if a friend come to me and say, I went to get this kind of provision, this kind of service in a paid context, my first reaction when, I remember I had some friends that told me these stories, it was like, like, you really have to, you cannot find the same thing for free. It was really that worthy. Why? But at the same time, understand that there are boys that they can be too scared from rejection, boys that at the same time can be not that attractive, and we can joke about that. But what you will do if you don't find a woman that without getting paid will not go to bed with you? Well, how you're supposed to do? And the only answer in this case is to pay for that. So probably you should do it, but not if you are okay. If you're other option, if you're young enough, you're handsome enough, who cares? Just try in the real life, and when you will be, old, ugly, and win more money, you can, you can compensate with that. But otherwise, I just don't see the need. Then, and this is true, sometimes you can want just something very specific, okay, with I don't know, a particular frame of girl, I don't know, or a particular service that maybe it's very hard to find, and so some kind of performance that is not that common, probably, that you can find in your environment. That's why you will seek of that. You really want that. You want to pay for you're willing to pay for that, and you ask it to someone that works, that does it as a service. So overall, I may understand, but I don't know. It's still very, very weird. I think that in the future probably will be something more normalized. There are many countries that are changing the law to to make this kind of business part of the jurisdiction. But at the same time, as I said, I think it's more a fulfillment. If you're not doing for the fourth reason, that is, they just want that, you want that service. Otherwise, there are really better ways, and you can wait to be, probably not that attractive, to have no time. Even if you have no time, it's okay. I don't want to go to a bar and date a girl. I just, want to get it easy, and I have the money to do that. But still, okay, I think that that kind of connection that you can get is not that high. Okay, so at that point I'm thinking this is worth it. Okay, there are probably better hobbies if it's made with someone that you're paying for that. This is my opinion. Maybe I'm popular, maybe not. Tell me what you think, and see you very soon.